Merry Christmas, crafty besties. Now, I know I was supposed to open the 24th bit yesterday, but I did a short yesterday, so we didn't have time. So here we are, opening the last one. Another one of these. Okay. So, move this over. You can tell I do different things on my desk from time to time. And this is one of those butterflies like I made yesterday in the short. Whee! Yeah, there's another one of those. Let's pick up the little letter beads. So, we have our 24 bits of ephemera, maybe. There's the RV. There's the squirrel. There's the reindeer. And a Christmas tree. And there's Jasper barking. And the cat. And Aunt Bethany. And the moose cup. I guess this is the tree stand. I guess. I don't know. But it doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know, you all. There's Santa's sleigh, so that's what these last couple of pieces are for. Got to go this way. Okay. So now we can play with Clark and his wife and Marcy and the boss and Clark and his son. So there's the pieces. Merry Christmas from National Lampoon's Advent Calendar. We're going to move all that off my desk now. And I'll probably put it on my work desk. But that was fun to play with. Anyway. Oh, goodness. Yes, and don't forget the Jell-O salad. Ooh, sorry. Jell-O salad. Okay, so today, the tag and the jam. Don't forget the jam. Today, it's double tag and mechanical garden. So, in my piles and piles of things, I think gardens are green. And we're going to have a double tag. So we're going to go this way for a double tag. I'm not going to have a pop-up like Louisa had in hers, because I'm different. And I think I want this just a little bit tighter down. So we are going to cut this down so that it is about 3 inches wide, because that seems to be a good size for a tag. And you know, I'll use these for bookmarks or something. Don't worry, they will not get tossed in the trash. You know me, I'm a junk journaler. So here we are with our 3-inch substrates. And we're going to have a fun mechanical garden. And I am going to bravely cut the tag. Oh, nope, it goes like this. And this is how you do it if you don't have a pre-made. Oh, well, it's kind of how you do it anyway. It's not perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am definitely the antithesis of imperfection. Was that a right grammar? I don't know. Louisa probably has better grammar than I have. English is not her first language. So yeah, mechanical garden. what to do, what to do, what to do. So let's just go for it. Mechanical garden. I have some pre-bought steampunk gears. I have borrowed some transistors from my husband. We got some transistors for flowers. I also have some washers. These are real washers that he had over in his little mini hardware store. If you know George, you know. He got a little hardware store over in his space. So, we're going to have a mechanical garden, which means we need mechanical flowers. And I thought these would be really cute flowers, but I'm just going to cut the tips down so that they're more of a flower shape. They're more proportion as a flower. And don't worry, these are transistors that you can buy, and they're like $6 for a box of 40 or something. So if you don't have these, don't be alarmed, because you wouldn't find them in your regular hardware store. Or, I mean, maybe you would find them in the hardware store. Anyway, I have this ephemera. And we got some steampunk stickers in here. Because sometimes all you have is stickers. And you don't have all the things that you see on the beautiful channels. And that's okay, because I don't either. But we're going to make a little garden on the outside to just show the beauty of what is out there in the world. We're just going to glue them on, because a garden has a lot of little flowers. We got lots of flowers. Jasper, did you just come in from playing with the other doggies? Yeah. We've got people working next door. Yes, on Christmas, they're working to, they were contracted by the buyer of the house to remodel it. So they're over there working today. So maybe later we'll bring them some cocoa or something. I guess you would normally solder these, or I don't know how you would actually attach them to a circuit board, but they're not going to all be on here the same way, because flowers aren't in the garden the same way. No, they are not. And believe it or not, art glitter glue is really good for gluing down the little ones. And for the stems, we're going to use gem strips that I bought at the Dollar General store for 25 cents on clearance a long time ago. Yeah. Why did I buy them? Because they were on clearance. Why have I hoarded them? Because I didn't need them till now. Yeah, we're going to give these flowers some stems. And if you have a better way to attach these, you can leave that in the comments below. I will take any and all positive, constructive criticism. We're going to just pretend that these follow the garden stories. Because a mechanical garden, this is what I could think of, was a garden made from gears and transistors and not mechanical like a moving parts kind of thing. Just gears and transistors. See, we all have different ideas of what a garden should look like. And these are my garden. These are my electronic mechanical garden. As my husband is an electronics guy. He has lots of electronic parts. And sometimes I say the wrong words for things. Now, if you are into electronics and math and trigonometry and things, you may know the word Pickle Fairy. Well, he was saying that, and because I was half asleep when he was talking to me about it, I heard him say Pickle Fairy. And so this might be a Pickle Fairy garden. I don't know. This may be the garden where the Pickle Fairies grow their flowers. Oh. But yes, and he looked at me and he said, no, it's Pickle Fairy, not Pickle Fairy. So now that's our joke. I'm a Pickle Fairy. So, yeah. So, there's our little garden. And it probably needs a fairy in the Pickle Fairy garden. Wouldn't you say it needs a Pickle Fairy in the fairy garden? I would say. But it probably does. Well, I'm still looking over here for my fairy sticker, and I thought I had it pulled out, but apparently I do not have my fairy sticker pulled out. Well, that's disappointing, because now I have misplaced the fairy sticker. Oh, well. What are you going to do? You're going to find some more stickers. And I have a couple of sticker books that I've had for a long time, since I first started junk journaling. So I've had these for a couple years. These are the ISBN numbers, if you want to look them up on Amazon. Yeah, there they are. Let's see if we can find a Pickle Fairy. Here's a fairy that would look good in this garden. Yes. Oh, and she's the perfect size and color scheme. Look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. You can't ask for more perfect, can you? Well, you probably could, but yeah. No, I'm not going to put the bug in the garden. Not this one. Not this time. Looks a little big. But I will have a butterfly flying to our fairy. And I didn't distress anything on this. And now I'm thinking I should have. Maybe. Oh, there's some more Pickle Fairy garden stems. But this, I think, is our Pickle Fairy garden tinder. And I think she would have us put our hole in next. Maybe. Maybe she would. Yes, she would. She would have us put the hole in next. So I hope you all are having an amazing Christmas wherever you are. I hope that you are surrounded with family and warmth, and I hope you are cozy, and I hope that you got everything you wanted for Christmas. But like the Who's down in Whoville, I know that Christmas is more than a store. So I'm going to open this up, and it's actually going to have 2 of these on it, because if we don't do it this way, they're going to stick together. Come on, Bertha. Crocodile's not been wanting to work good for me lately. I don't know what's going on with her, but anyway. So we have the, let's pull that off. We don't like them growing outside the garden. So, yeah. So here's our Pickle Fairy Garden Fairy. And I realized that we can either be sad about what we don't have, or we can look on the bright side. And as it is Christmas Day, I would ask you to look on the bright side. Didn't get everything you wanted? Look on the bright side. If you're watching this video, you have internet connection, you have a mobile device or a TV to watch this on, and you are probably still breathing. Oh. And now for the inside. I think maybe, since it is mechanical garden, we could mix some of our mechanical things with some of our floral things. Like this. It's kind of steampunkish. I know it's not exactly. And then here's a flower. See, we're going to pretend that's a flower. And there's a flower. And here's a flower. And it's okay that it's going to be folded right down the knot middle. Because we're going to have Lucina. I think her name is Lucina. She is going to be on the back of the tag. And she is going to be there for us. And we're going to put a cardinal in the garden since it is Christmas Day. And a mushroom in the garden. Ah! A torn mushroom, because that mushroom's not mechanical. I'm going to put her back here with Lucinia, because she's dancing in our mechanical garden. And oh, here's another red flower for our garden. We're just going to layer the flowers on top of each other. because it's the garden and they grew mechanically, not organically. And then we're going to have some mechanical ones, mechanical flowers. You know, because when you see a garden, you don't see just one flower. You see all the flowers, and many times they are layered on each other. And you see lots and lots, especially wildflower gardens. And I like this globe as a flower. And now we're going to give our flowers some stems. For the garden. Like the stem for that one goes behind those, and here's a stem. It's all coming down. This flower has a stem, and this flower has a stem, and this flower has a stem. This flower stem is crooked because sometimes the flowers grow toward the sun. And short ones and long ones. I think that's good. And the name of the garden is going to be Wolfsbane. And Laughing Spirits. So it's Wolfsbane's Laughing Spirits are what's in the garden. And that's the name of our garden. Wolfbane Laughing Spirits. We're going to look on the bright side, and then when we dig in a little deeper, we will see that. And just because I want some color, we're going to use a red one for Christmas. Happy Christmas, everybody. I hope that 2025 brings you great joy, and that you have everything that you've imagined, and then some. And I have a special Christmas wish that I will not say, and maybe I will get it next year if I don't say what it is. Maybe I just wasn't good enough this year for God to bring me my Christmas wish. But maybe next year. Yes, maybe next year. So Lucinia is the creator of this garden, and she needs something mechanical to prop on. The camera. If we turn it upside down. No, not that one. We could have her leaning on a typewriter. Well, we're going to put her here anyway. And I will find something for her to prop on, because she has a great imagination for the mechanical garden. And I think that a woman of science would come up with a mechanical garden. And what she needs to be propped on. We'll stack some gears here for her. And we'll stack gears for her to be propped up on. Let's see, we're going to have to go from the top down though. Lavinia, lift up your arm. There you go. Lavinia knows how to follow instructions. And she knows how to create a garden. And she created the mechanical garden for her daughter, who is no longer with her, as a memory that would last forever, so that hopefully when her daughter became of age and had the inclination, she would come and play in the garden with her mom, or come to the garden and just remember her mom if her mom was no longer with us. Lavinia had a great love for her children and wanted to be with them always, and circumstances would have that was not the case. But Lavinia has tried and tried to make contact and make amends, but it's just not the time. But someday, hopefully, before time ceases for her, her children will want to come and play in the mechanical garden that she has created as a memory. And put this behind her as a crown, because this garden is her crowning achievement. And she's worked very hard to make a better life for herself than the one that she was discarded from. And she hopes that someday her children will come play in the mechanical garden with her, and they will be able to see all the flowers that she planted in the Wolfsbane Laughing Spirits garden. In the meantime, Lavinia will look on the bright side. So, we're gonna remember that Lavinia always had an open heart. And so we will put that at the top of the tag for her to have an open heart. So, if you've watched to this point, and I hope that if you did watch to this point, you will like, subscribe, share the video, share the channel. Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to put this through one of the holes. And then we'll find a place to put it in our beautiful journal from our crafty bestie, Elizabeth. Things don't always turn out the way you plan. And if nobody's told you today, remember. What do you always remember? You tell me in the comments. What do I tell you to remember? We'll find a page in the journal, and then I'll tell you. Because see this blackout poetry pocket we made? But it's not going to show much. So let's find a better pocket that Elizabeth made for us. No, she did. I love that. That's probably my favorite that I've made so far. Oh, we can put it in this belly band. Elizabeth, I'm going to move this to this side. And we're going to put this tag to look on the bright side. Wolfbane's Laughing Spirits. And have an open heart. You're going to tuck that in, and it's going to fit perfect. Thank you from the bottom of my crafty bestie heart. Remember, you matter. You are loved, and you are enough. And I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!